Hello, how's it going? It's Wednesday. It's always Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't do an intro this time because I wanted to just get started right into a conversation we were having before we started. So yeah, I don't think it's beneficial to share your video links. I don't think it hurts so bad, but if you're a small channel and the only impressions that YouTube has to go off of are like you sharing your links with friends who don't watch your kind of content on the normal, it can be confusing for an algorithm, because like if say your friend only watches like gaming content like Markiplier and you have a channel about fishing, and then you say, hey, can you check out my video and let me know what you think? And then he does, he's logged into YouTube, and now YouTube has made the connection that your content, somebody watched 100% of your video, and they normally watch gaming content, so gamers must love this video. And so, the algorithm is a lot smarter than that. It knows what your video's about, but it can't go against like that kind of data. So, I would assume, I don't think it can. It distracts it, right? It confuses the situation. So it doesn't ruin it by any means, but it doesn't help. So yeah, that's what I wanted to just jump in and say. And another thing that we were talking about is can I upload my video and set it as unlisted to share with people? And I never did that before. I always kind of left it private because I won't share my links anyway. But can you like set it to unlisted and then share it, and then later down the line can you set it to public, and then will it go out to your subscribers? Will they get notifications then? And that's why I didn't know if it worked that way a while ago. I assumed that it didn't because like your video was already published, but I'm hearing from other people that like it doesn't really hurt their videos if they do that first. So yeah, that's why I was confused earlier when we were talking about it, guys. Setting it to unlisted, I'm sure it doesn't mess with it, and then as soon as you set it to public, your notification goes out to your subscribers. So that makes more sense to me. I don't know why it would be the other way. So that said, I just wasn't sure. But like I said, sharing links, it can't benefit really unless you're sharing your link to somebody that watches your style of content. And those are the best people to share it to anyway, because they have the best perspective on that. I made a channel one time that was specific to something that I was passionate about, and I had a friend that was passionate about it as well, and getting his opinion was vital to that channel. So, all right, all that said, this is a thumbnail live stream, which means that you can submit your thumbnail video, well, the video, to the thumbnail you want us to check out here. And there are, in the description, you'll see two links, one for gaming videos and then one for non-gaming videos. All you gotta do is just fill it out, and then I will randomly select one, and yeah, hopefully you get picked. I can't change the odds. It's pretty random, but if you submit now, it makes things a whole lot. Well, it improves your odds because there are less submissions right now. But by the end of the stream, it sometimes gets to the 200, so you have a better chance if you submit now. Okay. Cool. Later on, right now, we're gonna jump right into this. But later on, I wanted to talk about a couple. I wanted to do a more extended like Q&A just to get some opinions, because I'm making a video right now of the 25 most popular thumbnail questions that I get asked. So I can just like put that link in the description and people can watch it. And I think I'm just gonna make it super simple, like just me talking to the camera with the graphics, nothing special, just like getting the answers out there. So if like when we get to the Q&A, the questions that you really want answered, please ask, because I am going to go through them later. Even if I don't answer them in the stream, I'm going to go through and read all of them and kind of tally up the ones that get asked the most. And of course, the one, which software should a beginner use, is definitely going to be on there because that gets asked every stream. So yeah, all that said, let's jump into it. So before we do the submissions, there are just two things I want to cover real quick. One is the Twitter contest for this week, and this person won. We do a thumbnail contest every week, and yeah, you just submit your thumbnail on Twitter, and then one gets picked, and then I go over it on the live stream. So this one won this week. It's a Pikachu. Okay, so this is a card unboxing video, which I think could be more obvious in this thumbnail if it showed a pack of cards being opened, or maybe a couple packs of cards in the thumbnail. Showing a box, you kind of have to know what Surging Sparks is. I like from the context, I can kind of put it together that it's trading cards because I see Pikachu on there. But it could also be a game or a board game to those that aren't so savvy with that niche. Or privy to it. I'm just saying a bunch of pirate words. Okay, so yeah, like this vibe would stick out more to me in this card unboxing niche. But I wanted to say I watched like the first minute of this video. And you started with a really, really great hook, which is, I don't know if you'll hear this, but I'll repeat it. Okay, yeah, so you say, I had no plans on opening these at all today, and then you say something about, I must be crazy. And it's just, like, it's a great way to start. So, anyway, let's go to, what is it? Pokemon card unboxing, maybe? And let's see what it shows. I would assume that packs of cards would be shown. Yeah, immediately I'm seeing packs of cards. I also see cards themselves, which could really, really help. I did see somebody comment that the new isn't so great. Maybe unboxing being in the thumbnail might do you better. But, I mean, this one says new. I don't understand why it couldn't work. I just think the card aspect would really, really help here, and I'm not surprised to see it immediately as the top thumbnails. Each one, it shows the actual packs of the cards, so that's something, all of them, okay? That's something to focus on. That's what you really need. So, yeah, other than that, I think your amount of elements and, like, your contrast and the way you use negative space, I think it's all fine. It's just, the conveying the idea. And for those of you that have been here before, you know the three things I say that a thumbnail needs to do to be a good thumbnail is create curiosity, catch the eye, and convey the idea. And if you do all those three things, you got a good thumbnail. Okay? All right. Outside of that, we're gonna there's a Facebook thing. Let's take a look at that here. So the challenge was for this title. To create a thumbnail for this title, when views ghost you, a YouTuber's worst fear. Oh, when views ghost you, a YouTuber's worst fear. Okay, let's check this out. So I just want to copy the image URL. I hadn't, oh, let me just close my personal thing. I hadn't opened this yet, so this is the first time I'm seeing it. And of course, okay, let me just bring over, I can't show my Slack, so I'm trying to figure out what to show here. There's no, maybe this is what it'll do. It's a short, but they submitted a thumbnail for a short, And so I'm not so sure I can see the thumbnail for that. And I can't bring up this picture. Sorry, guys. This is not quite something that we do all that much, I guess. Okay, I'll just save the picture and open it. Yeah, that's, it's a cool thumbnail. I mean, it gets the idea across, but there's a little bit too, oh, okay, I already saved it. There's a little bit too much words, I think. So, goodness. Okay, so Palette Fortress is the winner. And so, yeah, it was When Views Ghost You, a YouTuber's Worst Fear. Okay, so if this was about YouTube, When Views Ghost You, a YouTuber's Worst Fear, I see that the only clue that it's like about YouTube is this Viewsville thing. And so this looks more like a haunted trail type video. So I definitely can't figure out that it's about YouTube. So if you maybe added some YouTube imagery in there, I think it would be cool. And it would just be like more back to the drawing board, because once you get that in there, you'll want to move things around. I like the idea though. And as far as words, like the population 0 is pretty popular, or popular is it's pretty pretty good, I guess. So the unwelcome thing might just be a little too much. So Viewsville, city limit, population 0, that would be cool. If you wanted to stick with this theme, maybe maybe the sign itself has YouTube logos on it, or there's something in the back with I don't know, maybe like gravestones, and they're all dead videos, something along those lines. I'm just brainstorming off the cuff here, but yeah, a little bit more YouTube imagery, I think would do it good. Okay, let's get to these submissions. Right. Okay. Whoa. let me add a little music while we get this thing rolling. A little bit of a slow start. That was okay. We're gonna start with gaming this time. Cool. Too bad. All right, number 32. All right, channel name is Finance in Minutes. They put a link on the channel name, but it doesn't matter. Wait, did that say finance? How is that a gaming video? Hold on one sec. I think I'm not mistaken. I don't believe. AI generated summaries of financial expert. Maybe an AI submitted this because they submitted it on the wrong one. Okay, let's skip that one then and go to number 7. Gotta read the rules. Okay. This okay, this is pretty solid. By the way, I have brought it up now that my computer's so slow, but there's not much I can do about it right now. Okay, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Janemba gameplay. Okay, cool. I think I would almost prefer to see what it looks like in the game. I think that might be a little more clear on what you're trying to convey here. The Dragon Ball Z Fighter, or the Dragon Ball Fighter Z logo, it's probably very helpful. That said, you probably don't need it up here. You probably don't need it twice. Let's see. Let's check out the title. So, Janemba gameplay, tips and tricks in Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I would remove this title up here, though. Let's see what other ones you have. Okay, that's way too much stuff in that thumbnail. All right, well, you at least picked the better of the two, but let me just roll over to Dragon Ball Fighter Z gameplay. And what I'm thinking people will want is to actually see some of the gameplay in the thumbnail rather than rather than an illustration. Now, I swear to God, if that is what the gameplay looks like, then I can't apologize enough. But we'll see what it looks like. I don't know. It's kind of close. I mean, it does still kind of look like a picture, though. It doesn't give me the vibe of a game like this. These two head to head, that looks like a game to me. Of course, the UI with the health bars and stuff like that, that's very gamey. This one is Goku full game gameplay. It seemed to do fine, right? So I guess it would be okay for to do what you did. Um, I think if your character is brought closer and you keep like if you brought this character up close, a little bit closer, remove Dragon Ball Fighter Z, remove Janemba, remove gameplay, then you could see how much room you would have over here to put back maybe Janemba gameplay or something like that. Yeah, I guess you could just slide it over, but it might not look as great. The sword in the back is probably just an extra element that might be distracting. These little things on the edge might be distracting as well. Like this one, it makes sense for it to be down here, but this one up here, it doesn't. So it's just little things like that to consider. When you look at this image right here, you see Goku. I hope it's Goku. I haven't watched Dragon Ball in a long time. You see Goku, you see full game, you see Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That's 3 elements, and that's kind of where you want to keep how many elements you got in your thumbnail. I mean, that's because it's so hard to focus on multiple things. It's really not, but people won't give you the time of day if you put too much stuff in there. This one's pretty cool. I don't think it's really what you're looking to do. Yeah, I would revamp your current thumbnail by kind of mimicking their composition a little bit. Close-up character, word, and then the logo. They made the logo really, really big. You could try that. You could try it small, see how it feels. And then if you were wanting to try another, I think it would be cool to do like an actual image of the gameplay. Okay, maybe like a special move or something. I don't know. When I'm looking for gameplay, I want to see a little bit of it in the thumbnail to know that I'm about to click on what I actually searched for. But like a cartoon game like that, it's definitely different, especially when the graphics are cartoony. Cartoony teeny toony. Okay, let's roll over to Mando. This is Build Lego Transformers. Nice. Dude, the Lego niche is freaking blowing up. It is insane. Ba-ba-bow. While it loads. What app do you use to edit thumbnails? I use Photoshop, personally, but I think they all kind of do the same thing. You just need to figure out what works for you. Okay, sweet. Yeah, hey, Azabe watching this one. The cut for that character is not the best. Yeah, it kind of cut off his head a little bit, and the text is too many styles. That's true. I would like some consistency in text and font for the Dragon Ball Z dude. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely you want to keep it as least overwhelming as possible. As underwhelming as possible, that's not really what you want to aim for, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we've got G1 Optimus Prime. Just first impression here. I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into just by this image. It kind of looks like you might be showing off a Lego model at this point. If there's a story that you're telling, you might want to hint a little bit towards that. If you're showing how to build it, then you might want to put like how to build or build this in the thumbnail just to kind of give you a better idea. But let's see what it is. Lego Transformers G1 Optimus Prime. Okay. All right. Maybe you were on the right track. Maybe you're just showing off the model. And if you are, then awesome. Dude. That's exactly what we're doing. Okay, great. So, yeah, your thumbnail gave the right impression. For some reason, and I don't want to assume this just yet, but this kind of looks really low quality. And I'm not so sure if that's actually your thumbnail is the problem, or if it is this tool is only picking the least quality one. Let's see what happens if I download it, because it might download the full version. Now, when I click it, if it shows up that quality, then it might just be low quality. Okay, so yeah, if you could get like a sharper image, I think that would benefit you a lot more. Your video is like super high quality in comparison to the thumbnail. So I don't know, maybe the way it was exported just kind of went wrong there, but also it just might be the tool picking that up. But like if you just went through and took this image, by the way, for those Chrome users, I got a little trick for you. Okay, when you right click, you can't like copy, you know how you have to like screenshot the image if you want something from YouTube and it'll show the play bar and stuff like that. Well, if you're on your computer and you're on Chrome, if you just shake your mouse a little bit and hit right click, then eventually it will pop up with this and you can copy the video frame. I accidentally found that out like 2 days ago, and now I never take screenshots of videos anymore. I just copy that frame. You just got to shake it like and right click a few times and then there it pops up, or you could just save it. I'm usually already in Photoshop, so I copy it. But yeah, there's a huge tip for you if you want to take screenshots of other people's videos. Yeah, so also I really like that your thumbnail sets up the impression of what people are going to get. You see the model, it's super simple, you got a white background, you show that in the thumbnail. I think it's incredible. Yeah, I guess my only other suggestion is you could maybe try out different fonts. Like this one isn't bad, but the yellow, I don't know if it's popping enough. Let me check on this screen. Maybe write this down, okay? I'm just gonna type it up here, okay? Nope, you're not gonna be able to see that. Let me zoom in way more. Okay, you're gonna do hashtag FFF600, okay? That's your hex code for the yellow you should use. That's just, yeah, use that yellow. Make that one pop. Okay, let's jump back to gaming. Ba-da-bow, number 18. Super gaming with skate snap. Cool. All right. I mean, yeah. You don't need to shake it, just right click a second time after the first thing shows up and you should switch. Really? I showed them, we were in a work meeting yesterday and I showed them and everybody was like, wow. I'll be damned. You are right. Just a second. Yeah. Okay, so right click it twice. Nice. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, you don't even have to shake it. Thank you. Okay, sweet. This one's already loaded. Let's check it out. So, zoom back out here. All right, we got WrestleMania. We got this dude and this dude and this dude, and then another WrestleMania, and then PS5, and then 2K24. Okay. There's a lot going on. If I don't know. Let's see what works in this. So WrestleMania 40, Epic Clash, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. All right. Okay. So first WrestleMania 40. I'm just gonna search that because I've seen thumbnails like this, and I'm sure you're very, very close to what works. Okay, this one. Yeah, this one, I really like this one because it's like actually showing the... Hold up, this is... Yeah, I like it because it's real. Yeah, man, do that. Okay, so WrestleMania 40 isn't the game name alone. Let's go back and see what the game name actually is. WWE 2K24. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right, so these are pretty simple, but they're reviews. Let's do add verses in there. Nope. You said epic clash. I'm curious what that'll show. I mean, you might nail it. So this is a versus. John Cena. No, that's not very good. Sorry, this one's kind of tough. I'm wondering if match is a good title. This one is just going to take me a little while. Not quite a niche I'm familiar with. Okay, that one's, the value's obvious. 40 new OMG moments. Before you buy. I'm trying to think of like how to see what match thumbnails look like without typing specific names, because that'll limit it. If I do the exact one that you did, then it's only going to show me a limited amount of thumbnails, and I want more. Maybe if I type match in it. Let's see. Okay, so AI versus AI. That one's kind of interesting. Okay, so showing the action seems to work. It doesn't seem to bother anybody the amount of elements, but showing the action is pretty cool. PS5, 2K24, then an emoji that's like annoying to me, but it worked for them. There's another showing the action. That's controls. Another showing the action, showing the action, showing the action. Okay, well, that's not really showing the action, but... Alright, that's kind of what I would try. These are more what you're doing, but they have super low views. So I would try to make a version where you're showing the action. Instead of showing, like, the versus, like, here's this guy versus this guy, if you're able to highlight the craziest part of that match, then I would kind of feature that. So you took the logo and you put it in there, and that's okay. The red and this logo, you can tell that you put that one in there too because of the outline. So that's fine, but you didn't do a whole lot to it. So I think it would be just as easy to keep these logos aside and then take like a really, really cool screen cap of like the craziest moment, like even that one that I just kind of saw. Yeah, like I think that this kind of thing catches the eye, especially if he's in the air. And then you can take those little graphics and put them back on there. WrestleMania top left, and then 2K24 top right, and then you have like this is the match. And of course, the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns goes in your title, like you have. And I think that would probably do a little bit better for you. Also, might benefit you to, if you can, depending on what you use, if you take the saturation up to like 110%, just to pop the colors a little bit, like the red and the blue on his pants. The green is kind of this brand, and then if you can sharpen it a little bit, I think it might pop to gamers a little bit more. Okay, let's move back to non-gaming. Bow. I'm late. Did I win yet? Oh, there are no winners here. All right. Number 78. Just scoot up a little bit. Nobody wins. Everybody loses in the game of YouTube. All right. So this one is Monkey Got Stung by a Wasp. Okay. SSL Clips. It's just entertainment. So it's like a clip channel. SSL, not sure what that stands for, but it's just clips. Okay. Just wait for this to load. The gaming forum says non-gaming in the rules. The gaming forum. Oh, you're right. Thank you. This forum is for not... Yeah, let's change that. Gaming videos only. Thanks. You rock. Man, it's been like that the whole time. Like, all these months. Okay. So, monkey got stung by a wasp. All right. So, it's just a clip. I mean, this cannot be so difficult to find the best moment. And there are two that I'm going to reference here. This is by the way, this is the very first time that we've had a clip channel come up on this this thumbnail stream. So, I finally get to point out a couple things that I've been saving for this moment. Okay, there was the wasp. We saw it. Okay, son of a bitch. Sorry. All right. So, like, a shot like this, I think, might do pretty well. If you could, like, imagine a little circle here, and then the circle is much bigger up here, and it's a zoomed-in version of the wasp. Okay, so it's like, there's the wasp, and then if you had the shot of the monkey, like, a clearer shot of its hand up above, like it's about to be smashed, then you've got your action shot, and it's perfect. That might take two different pictures to make, and I'm going to show you a couple examples of how they do this, these clip channels. Oh my god, this poor guy. Okay. Oh, I feel so bad. It's okay, John. You wear a headband. You can let one slip. Yeah, somebody found my my personal Discord, and they were like, "Oh my god, I didn't know, I didn't know John cursed." Occasionally, just occasionally. Okay, so this one is it was called clickbait something. Maybe it's under this thing. Bum, dum, dum, dum. 1 second. Got some potential ideas I'm working on. There it is. Okay, so two channels that I really like. And both are police related, which was kind of funny. Unintentional. Okay, so first is Daily Dose of Internet. Oh my goodness, can I zoom in? All right, Daily Dose of Internet. This one, as you can see, you got this guy hiding in front of this car, right? And then in the next image, you can see that there's like this sheriff, cop car. There's no person here though, right? So they combined this image, and they did a couple things. All right, first they made the car blue, which it was not blue before. They made the guy have a pink shirt and like super blue jeans, which if you go back, you'll see that is not the case at all. And then they added the sheriff like pulling next to it, and they whited out the sheriff area and wrote police instead, probably because that's easier to understand, like with a quick glance. And yeah, that's all they did. They combined two images by kind of just like cutting one in half and putting it over the other. If you know how to mask, it works a lot easier, but that's a super simple way to do it. And they just made these little adjustments to make it pop out a lot more. And then I was surprised to see it on this one too, which when I first saw it, I'm like, this dude looks like the Riddler because he's wearing green and he has super red hair. And I'm pretty sure the Riddler has that sort of vibe. It's just not a bunch of question marks. But I thought, like, that's kind of weird. This dude is running around in a super green champion hoodie. So I checked out the video, and here was the actual situation. He was not wearing green at all, and then they like hyped up the saturation on his hair a little bit, and you can see that it just makes it more novel. So like it's more exciting and it catches the eye. So all that said, you can adjust a couple pictures, like you can splice them together and try to make the best out of the situation, like the most interesting thing. And I think that one would be the mid like right before it slaps, and you could actually zoom in on the wasp a little bit. That's what I would do. I would have fun making that thumbnail. Okay, so that was non-gaming. So we're doing gaming. I got distracted. I was reading a comment. Cool. I'm glad people were getting help. I just realized somebody isn't around. It's okay. It's okay. We can handle it. I don't know if Claudia wasn't loaded or what. All right. So King Darger is the channel name. King Dargr. King Darger. Goodness, people are doing sub for sub. That's nuts. What is this? 2012? Okay, here we go. Okay, there's a lot going on here, and I do find it interesting. I hope that this is like a part of the game, but we'll see what the situation is. So, this just being the first impression, I don't know what's going on here. It kind of looks, yeah, I have no idea. I can't figure this one out. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think like abstractly about this idea. So just so you know, the thumbnail alone does not convey the idea that you're probably trying to get across. But this game might have like somebody on a train or something. So we'll see. A Castiga Solo Victory Cup. This must be a different language. First of all, don't do this. Whatever this is just gonna upset people. It doesn't, I don't know. It might not upset people, but it just doesn't look, it doesn't look professional to me. Maybe that's just me. It always helps to have like the call to action or whatever you really want as the very first sentence. And like even if Google were to take a look at your video and they looked at the first line, this is what they would see right here. So I don't think it would help much on the CEO aspect, at least for the H2. This is Fortnite, right? Is it called something different in yeah, I don't know. Okay, this is Fortnite. I don't know if it's called something different in a different language, but I'm pretty sure in Fortnite, somebody needs to correct me if there's like a train in Fortnite or something. There might be. It looks like a train to me. I understand that you had a solo victory, and that's like the main thing about your video. And your head is covering up the only words that give that idea, right? It's like this thing, Solo Victory Cup, and so like you're just not conveying the idea. I think that like your chops are great, your skills on making the thumbnail are impressive, but I'm not so sure what's going on here. I might be out of touch here, right? Because it looks like there's another an original image of this that had a character, and then you just kind of replaced it with your face. Yeah, I'm not so sure. It's, you know, it might be a Fortnite like promo image of this person on like almost being hit by a train. But even then, if that's the case, it's still not conveying the idea of what's going on in your video. So I think it's a really cool thumbnail. I just find it a little bit confusing. That said, your aesthetic is cool. I it's doing okay, right? You got like almost 2,000 views. Maybe it is conveying the idea, and I'm just a little bit out of it. So all I can judge is that the aesthetic looks cool. I like your design. Just maybe second guess if your thumbnail is conveying the idea or the promise that of the value that you're giving people. Like, why am I clicking this, right? I don't know, but maybe other people do. So I just wanted to make that clear that it's a little tough to understand just from the image. But yeah, like I said, I like the design. It's colorful, it's poppy, and it's funny that you put your face on there. So if the solo victory cup is super important, you might want to like write that out in text and put it up top or something. Okay, that was 101 on the non-gaming. Okay. Tales from the Long Box. Interesting. All right. Five more comic book costumes so dumb they'll bring tears to your eyes. Okay, all right, let's see what this is about. So, yeah, 5 comic book costumes so dumb they'll make you cry. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, all right, dude, your branding is so important to you that it is confusing people. And I'm just assuming that this little ghost guy thing is like your brand. It's your logo, whatever you want to call it. Just going off of this thumbnail, I'm assuming that that's one of the dumb costumes you're talking about, and I don't recognize the dude. Okay, and I'm only assuming that it's your branding because you smash it right in the front of your video as well. And then it looks like you do it again. Yeah, you do it once, then you do it again, and I just, like, you might be saying something there. I just want you to know, like, this might turn people off, okay? All that said, it 580 views, that's pretty good. I would honestly just try to focus on the costumes themselves in the thumbnail. If you show 2, and then like you made a third blurry or something, or you just made a black silhouette to bait people into clicking, they have to click to understand what that third one is. Like this one, this dude in a silhouette form, it looks like he's a giant heart or something. So like even that is super interesting if you wanted to do the silhouette route. Yeah, these are super dumb costumes, and I would have clicked on it. I would have clicked on something like that had I known what the video was about. Okay, but with this, it's really tough. I don't see any costumes. I see upset Batman. I see your branding, and I see some really difficult to read text. Okay, more of the dumbest costumes ever. Probably not needed in the thumbnail because you have it in your title. So if you're gonna include text, you might want to separate it out from the title just a little bit. Something that would make people more curious, but definitely feature the costumes. Dude, if you featured 5 costumes and then you made your video like 20 costumes, and you even just made it super long, like 20 minutes or whatever, I think you might end up doing a whole lot better with this style of idea. I think the idea is great. It's really difficult to understand what you're doing from the thumbnail itself. And people ask all the time, like, when is it appropriate to put myself in the thumbnail? Should I put myself in there? Should I not? And I think that you're having the same issue, except you're just doing it with your branding instead. You're taking up literally like a quarter of your advertising space just because you want to put yourself in there. I don't think it's helping, right? And you also have it down here too. So, yeah. That might have been a little too harsh, and I'm sorry. I think that the video idea is really, really good. I just, yeah, I think there's major potential, and you're so focused on brand, it's kind of ruining it. Yeah, it's definitely a brand choice because it's on every single one. All right, moving back to gaming. Gaming. Okay, 1 second. Let's pause for a moment. Ba-bum-bum. Okay. Normally, I got Claudia here, like, picking questions and stuff, so I'm not so sure if I should jump straight into questions. Because I can do things twice. I can do two things at once by our AI moderator picking things while I do this, but if we're going to do some questions, I need to focus solely on the questions. So, yeah. Yeah, let's do one more, and then we'll do questions, and then we'll jump back to reviews, and then finish off with a little 2-second test. Yeah, gaming number 6. Moriao. Recognize the channel name. This is gaming, right? Okay. That was very weird. I thought I saw a way different thumbnail about YouTube or something when I first clicked it. Let's see what happens here. Okay. How to make viral Fortnite thumbnails. All right. This one's tough. I can see why you put it in gaming, but it's not a gaming thumbnail, or it's not a. You have a gaming channel and you want to talk about how to make better thumbnails for a specific game, so that's a little bit of, that's like a gray area that we haven't dealt with in this stream before. I'm not gonna not review it though because it's pretty simple. Make viral thumbnails for Fortnite. All right, this one is super easy to understand, while the one that you have right now is not. Okay. Like the battle royale thing, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And Fortnite is like really, really small. When you look at it at this size, battle royale is a term that applies to more than Fortnite, I'm pretty sure. So when I saw this thumbnail instead, it's just like, I don't know. It makes a lot more sense to me, especially zoomed out, because you can see that it's the Fortnite logo. Like, it's just Fortnite. Not that far zoomed out, but you get the idea. Something like that. You can still see that it's Fortnite. So that in the color, I really like. I think that one is the better thumbnail. I appreciate the arrows. I have the same one. Okay, all that said, I don't think it's the best thumbnail possible that you could do. Instead, what I would do, like, let's go search for a Fortnite. Hold on. Let's see what yours look at the end here. Okay. Show us this. Show us this kind of thing. Like a finished result, right? How to make this kind of thumbnail. Like, even the posing is really, really cool. That might be something to feature, but yeah. I would definitely show like a finished product. That's one way to go. You could do a before and after. Like, here's the before image. It's just like a picture of the game. Like this. Okay, here's your before image, and there's like so much going on, and maybe you have like 12 views, and then here's the after image, and then under it you have 100,000 views or something like that. That kind of would get the idea across. But yeah, I would also like experiment by circling different parts of a really solid Fortnite thumbnail. Like, let's just look at Fortnite. I don't know what kind of Fortnite thumbnail you're making, because if it's gameplay, it might not show up. But if you have if you have your thumbnail set out and you like circle different elements, and then you have like a little bit of writing, that also might be a way to go. But yeah, the half and half before and after would work really well. Money doesn't always translate. More specific, more detailed results translates better. Like it attracts more. Just like a money logo, okay, money. But if it's like $994,000 or something like that, like, oh yeah, I get money. Okay, no, you'll get $121. Like, oh, okay, there must be a reason that they picked that specific number. I'm gonna click to watch. Just those little psychology bull craps. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Okay, let's. I'm gonna handle some questions and we'll get back to it. Type your questions. Claudia might be on. I don't think so. You could do hashtag question and I will pick some at random. I would like to. Taking it all in. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, no problem. I would like to feature some questions on my next video, so let's get some good ones. Okay? Okay. Cool. 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 Okay. One sec here. Okay. Oh, bro's just yapping is a person's name. Okay, I thought people were like, this dude is just yapping. Like, talking about me. I'm like, what else am I supposed to do? Alright. Well, if we're not doing questions, then I can just jump right back into it. Okay, there's one. Alright, here they come. If I have a video idea and I try to make the video and get demotivated halfway through, should I scrap the video or keep going? Pause it and start on something new, especially if something is going to be exciting to you. You're not being productive by finishing something that you're not excited about. And what's going to happen when you do? Well, just you push yourself through it and you finish the video, and then what? You think you're just magically going to like it at the end? No, it doesn't work. Pause, and then maybe in a week or two you can decide if you want to get rid of it. Seriously, don't push yourself to finish something you already don't like. What's the best color for thumbnails? Any of them. Multiple colors contrast, so just make sure they work well together. And the easiest way to do that is just to kind of see what other thumbnails are doing and see that yellow goes with blue really well, or obviously black and white do a great contrast. That sort of thing. Yeah, there's no one set color. What if I just said pink and moved on? Like, do you have the new translation of language? I don't know. That's not something that I pay attention to on this channel. What's the best thumbnail? What's the best way for Hold on. What's the best way for thumbnail to present an unknown touristic place? Just a picture of the place. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that if it's like tourism showing the scenery and how like beautiful or how scary or how intense the scenery is, that's one way to go about it. If it's like something unknown and there's something mysterious about it, you could also add text and point to a specific area and say blah 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 blah. Like, you won't believe what I found in there, or something like that. I wouldn't use those exact words because it's clickbaity and annoying, but you get the idea. But yeah, tourism and vlogging, they really focus on scenery a lot. Also, think about what title you would go forward with on that video, and then kind of search a variant of that title and see what other people are showing. I'm not saying copy what they're doing, because obviously you'll have a different thumbnail, but like if they're showing a house or something and yours features houses, maybe show a house. You don't have to show it the same way, but it does help knowing the subject matter. How many words max do you recommend? Okay, I'm definitely going to include that in the video, but 4, 5, or 90. depending on how crazy you want to get. Now, I usually keep it like between 2 and 5. Like 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 sometimes. But it's pretty rare to do 6. So 5 or under. Yeah, there you go. As I was saying that, I kept getting like more examples popping into my head of other ones that I've done that had more than 3, more than 4. So yeah, an average of 5. You can do a little more. You can definitely do less, and that'll help. Just as long as the idea is clear. Okay. When, if ever, do you think YouTube will allow us to make custom thumbnails for shorts? I don't know. I don't think it's on the top of their list, that's for sure, because like they don't really show them off a whole lot. They don't make much of a difference on if your videos get views or not. So it's definitely on the bottom of the list at the moment, at least. Okay, scroll through down here. Oh, I was scrolling up. How many? Okay. How many channel videos without success before complaining about YouTube hating me? I'm not sure what that means. How many videos do I have to have without success before I'm allowed to complain about YouTube hating me? Dude, if that's what you want to do with your potential career, hobby, what you love to do, that's fine. I mean, some people enjoy complaining, and that's what they want to do with their life. But I would prefer not to. I think that you can just keep making videos and getting better. And at some point, if you are hating it so much you want to complain, I recommend doing something else. Should I make search or look-based thumbnails? Search-based thumbnails? Okay, I'm thinking, I don't know. I would say whatever conveys the idea better. I don't think that there's a difference. I think that you should make the thumbnail that fits it the best. This is why starting with a thumbnail idea is like seemingly more important, especially to bigger YouTubers, because if they can picture the idea, they know that they can convey it. They know it's easy to understand, and so they make the thumbnail first, and then they make the video, and they don't have to worry about a question like this, because it's like, okay, I don't have to make it a certain way. This is the thumbnail that we're building the video around. And it's so tough. It's so tough to do that. I still struggle with that. So yeah, that's something you can avoid by thinking of packaging first. But if you don't, then I think focusing on the 3 C's is the best way to go about that. As long as you convey the idea, that's the most important part, and then catching the eye and creating curiosity can come secondhand. But yeah, okay. Yeah, curiosity is super important. I used YouTube promotion to reach out to 7,000 subs. Did I broke my channel? Probably. You probably did. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that I don't think that there's a benefit to promoting your channel ever. I've yet to see somebody say, I promoted my channel, I got this amount of subs, and then I blew up to 1 million the next day, and I continue to get millions of views because of these million subscribers. Like, it never works. I think that you could keep the 7,000 and then you can build on that. Just know that 7,000 subscribers is like, it's not gonna do anything to your channel. It might skew your analytics a good bit, because it's like, yeah, we sent this many notifications out to people for your video and only this many clicked. And this many that clicked, none of them were the ones that you promoted to. So I don't know. I don't want to say start over because it's still salvageable, but yeah, that sucks, man. Don't promote your channel. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't do it. If I see other YouTubers that are way bigger than me, Mr. Beast, etc., should I feel demotivated or strive to be like them? Neither. Please don't strive to be like anybody. Be who you are. And feeling demotivated, there's no reason to do that. Like, why would you? But why, when you see somebody successful, do you compare yourself to the point where it makes you feel like you have to be them or nothing? Like, that's some like broken logic right there. That's not the way the world works at all. Like, imagine you were becoming a lawyer, right? And you were taking the bar, and then you watched a case on TV, and you're like, man, I want to be like that good. I really want to be that good, but he's already that good, so I might as well go deliver pizzas instead. Like, where's the logic in that? That makes no sense. Everybody has their own style, and they grow into it, and you can strive to be like people, right? You can admire people and take what they teach the world or whatever, and you can apply it to yourself as you grow as a person. And then one day, somebody's going to come along and ask, should I feel demotivated because they're this good? And it's like you built yourself up on the way there by striving to be like other people, and that's okay. But like, don't sorry, I don't mean striving to be like them, but taking what they do and make it, I don't know. I'm talking in a real roundabout way. I hope you understand what I'm saying, though. You will grow by striving to achieve the things that others have achieved. You don't have to be like them to do it. And millions and millions and millions of YouTubers prove that. Okay, next question here. Sorry, yeah, neither. Okay, I will pick one then. How important is the rule of thirds on a thumbnail for grabbing potential viewers' attention? Man, people ask this, and some people think the rule of thirds is the rule of three, and some people think the rule of thirds is this. And I don't think it's important at all, because you'll see thumbnails where somebody's head is way over here, and it makes 0 sense for the rule of thirds, and they got 3 million views. I don't think this idea of artistic, aesthetic pleasingness, like the golden ratio, whatever, I don't think any of it makes sense for advertising what your video is about. I don't think, yeah, I don't think it works at all. That said, it's a good starting point. If I am on the left, or, well, yeah, if I'm on the left and my text is on the right, it's pretty simple to understand, and that's why all of those podcasts use that structure, that format, because it's like, I am a famous person saying a famous line or saying something profound, and here is the profound words right here with a black background, and they're highlighted in red or something like that. That's every podcast thumbnail right now. So they use the rule of thirds, and it works, but there's a lot that don't. And yeah, I don't think it matters at all. Not at all. Okay. What's the best way to find out what the best thumbnail is when I make 4 or more? You can A/B test it if you want. I would recommend just like putting them on the YouTube Discord or whatever and asking people like, what's the best, what do you like more? If you change minimal things like little colors and like maybe an outline or something like that, a lot of people won't notice that sort of stuff. But if it's two different dynamic ideas, I think that's the best way you can achieve a good A/B test. That said, if you're really solid with an idea, like if you believed in it in the first place, don't sit there and question, should I put a shadow here? Should I do an outline? Should I change the font or whatever? Like if you feel it in your gut, just go for it. Go for it, and then focus on the next piece of content, because that's really what's most important there. I did a killer thumbnail and did 100 times form other videos, but when I tried to make the same theme to my next video, it didn't do well. Okay. Then change it on the next one. If you tried it again or whatever, if you think it's the thumbnail and then it doesn't work for another video, then what does that tell you? It's probably not the thumbnail. It might be the idea. It might be the title. It might be something else. It might be the hook at the beginning of the video. So when you say 100 times more than the other videos, that outlier score is it bases on it's based on views. It's not based on your click-through ratio. It's not based on how many people clicked because they enjoyed the thumbnail. It's a lot of different things, but it did better than all your other videos for a different reason probably than the thumbnail. So yeah, maybe break down what was so interesting about that video. Whether was it the hook, was it your script, was it the way you introduced it? It could be a lot of different things. Might just be the video idea itself that it usually is. Some people will dwell on the idea of improving the thumbnail because they think it might improve the video, but sometimes it's not the thumbnail at all. There's somebody I really hope you I really hope you heard that. The person that has been asking me lately about their thumbnails. I haven't answered them yet. If I have a certain topic that I do for my channel, is it fine to do a video that's a little off topic every so? Yeah, absolutely. I think that's totally fine. You have your own niche, but in this day and age, you can have a niche for your channel where people, that's the hub for this type of content. People go there and they watch it. But social platforms they're focused on the piece of content more than the actual like hub, I guess. Consider platforms like Instagram and TikTok. They don't care what your Instagram grid looks like or whatever. It's just all about that one piece of content, and it's always about that one piece first. And I don't think it's gonna hurt your channel at all if it's a little off topic. If you're a gardening channel and you do something about games, like do something about games. You got your own community. There's nothing wrong with that. People will watch it. It's okay. It's just YouTube might have a little difficult of a time knowing exactly what audience to pitch it to first. But eventually, videos find their audience. Would you say short, scary stories is a good niche? Yeah, I would. And that's the end of that question. Yeah, for real. I love the scary story niche. Short ones, depending on how short, I think you could do really well vertical. Cool. Man, I gotta scroll way down here. Man, did that person post that same question like 1,000 times? Okay, I'm looking for anything thumbnail related. Is it better to put words in your thumbnail? Not always. I think some thumbnails, if they can convey the idea without words, I think it's more powerful. Because like, if you get it, people are... If somebody understands your thumbnail immediately from the image, they're more likely to click it. They don't need to give it more than 2 seconds because it's immediately understandable. And so I think that really helps. But yeah, text is great to really convey the idea. It's cool if you can do it without. And that really works for a channel called Hacksman, which I showed before. My favorite thumbnail. He did a lot of landscaping stuff, which is pretty easy to show rather than like write something. Yeah, landscaping is really easy for that. Okay, I think we can... Okay, this is interesting. Thoughts on previewing thumbnails in dark versus light mode. I think it'll definitely give you a better idea to do it in both. There used to be websites where you could just drop it in and take a look and see what it looks like. Some of them don't even work now. I usually just like take 2 pictures on Photoshop and then replace the image with replace one thumbnail with my thumbnail to see what it would look like in that context. And yeah, I think it really helps. I don't think there is a better one to test on. You might want to look up how many people use dark mode versus light. I'm pretty sure more people use dark mode now. So that might be the better one to test if you're only going to test one. But it doesn't really take a whole lot to test both. What is my favorite arrow to use on a thumbnail? I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, man, there's still a lot. Sorry, I'm reading all these questions here. Um, let's see here. Do you often spend many hours on details in a thumbnail, or do you more often nowadays say to yourself, "This is enough. Let's move on"? The latter for me now. When it was just my job to make thumbnails, I'd get lost in the details. The tiny little things that I thought that made a difference to me made zero difference to anybody else. And though it made me happier with the thumbnail, oftentimes one that I spent 20 minutes on outperformed the one I spent 16, 17 hours on, whatever. Yeah, sometimes I'd spend 2 days on thumbnails. It was my job, that's what I did, 8 hours a day. And yeah, that now I just like, if I can understand the idea immediately, I'll send it out there. That's really what's more important, because like my time is more important than those details in the thumbnail. My time should be dedicated to making a video, making another piece of content, rather than dwelling on should the shadow be 50% opacity or should it be 60% opacity, that sort of thing. Yeah, it doesn't catch me up anymore. I learned my lesson. Okay, yes, by the way, spamming the same question is not good. Speaking of spam, I don't tend to respond to anything like that. And by the way, in the vidIQ Discord, you can tag me if you have a question. If you like follow me around on different conversations and keep asking me the same thing, I won't answer you. But if anybody has a question, because I like to be reachable, Dan and Rob, they got their own thing going on, so I want somebody to at least be able to answer questions every now and then. I think that's super cool. So yeah, you can always hop in the Discord, ask a question. I probably won't do like thumbnail reviews. Sometimes I jump in and I say this is great or whatever, but yeah, definitely join the Discord. And when you want an outside perspective, which is super important, you need to pitch it to some of those people in Discord, because they know what they're doing, and outside perspective is the most valuable tool you can have when making packaging. Because when you're making it, you don't know if it's good enough or not. Like it's tough because you spent so much time on it. You think people will understand it until you show it to somebody else and they're like, I don't know. So the best question to ask is, you make a thumbnail and then you send it to them and you say, what do you think this video is about? That's the question to ask. And if they give you a wrong answer, it's back to the drawing board on that thumbnail. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's move back to... Well, actually, yeah, we're 15 minutes into the second hour. We're going to do the 2-second test. Cool. Oh, Claudia's here now. Yeah. Missed that conversation. Cool. All right, we left off with... gaming, I think? Right on. So, we are going to do... number 90. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so for those that don't know, the 2-second test is I'm going to show you a thumbnail for 2 seconds, and then you have to guess what the video is about. If you can't guess what the video is about, then that person that made that thumbnail might want to think about a redesign. Sometimes the thumbnail and the package work well together, and you can make that super clever, but if the thumbnail is so far gone that it's tough to understand, then yeah, might need something a little different. Okay, so just zoom in here. You guys ready? Here we go. Okay, now we need a guess. So now you type in your guess. What happened to your CSI board behind you? What do you mean? That thing? That's my content board. Okay, it's about a scary game. Wrestling. No idea. GTA 7. soccer, metal music. All right, we got one for metal music. We got death music, death, dead, metal for babies. Okay, death of the villain. All right, so people are kind of getting music from this. I think it might be because it says baby metal in the back. Upon first impression, I would say I don't get that it's music reaction, but that is what it is. Baby metal death first time reaction. So in this thumbnail, I would probably put you reacting to it. If you've got, I don't know how you're playing it. You definitely don't want to show like the copyright screen in your thumbnail. That's just kind of weird. Oh, well, I see. You put that in there. I thought that was already on there. Yeah, so I guess what I would do is I would put like the craziest shot of their music video or whatever as the background, like even just this, okay? It's her, and then you've got you reacting to it. That's the classic reaction thumbnail. I think that will convey your idea a little bit better. And yeah, the video is kind of about you because it's your reaction. It's your thoughts. Outside of that, maybe a little bit of a spiky point of view, a little bit of a crazy opinion that people might want to disagree with or might want to click to understand, could go in there as text. So yeah, no red on red. I think that's not something that they put in there. That's a background, the baby metal there. So yeah, I think that'll help. Let me just hide it. Okay, we are going back to gaming. Gaming. And we are going to pick number 87. Okay. Cool. Now I wait for it to load. How is everybody? Oh, they put their channel name, or they put their channel link, not their actual video link. Unfortunate. Loading the next one. Oh, this is a live stream. We might be able to do a live stream, but it doesn't show a thumbnail here. Nope, it does now. Okay, cool. We can do live streams. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Okay, what was this video about? Oh, man. Dark Watch, game review, gameplay. Dark Watch gameplay. Yep, I think we got it. So, replaying Dark Watch. It says it in the text there. We got a little Xbox game here. I get it. I can kind of understand that. The image is AI generated. It's pretty clear that it is. It's okay. I don't think it's bad. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of, maybe it was made by our tool here. Maybe not. I don't think that the replaying, I don't think this text is very good. I always use like a thick bolder font to really, to make it really pop. This is okay. It's just like this, you have these little bits of things that don't contrast very well. And, yeah, you could make it a little bit bigger if you wanted. That said, replaying Dark Watch, I'd probably include a little bit of the game imagery instead, or maybe something. Yeah, hold on. Let's see what playing Dark Watch comes up with, and hopefully we can just filter it by live. I'm just curious what works in this situation. I clicked live and it showed this. That's all it showed. Okay. whatever. Let's replay Dark Watch. Okay, so yeah, we got a couple here. It's just showing game imagery, and that's probably the best thing to show. This is okay, but it's like it's kind of difficult to understand from a broad perspective, and like this is so small that you don't really pick it up. It's interesting, it's clever, but I don't think it's given it's not conveying the idea that you want it to. Okay, all right, let's move back to non-gaming. Is this one? Oh, okay. I caught a little bit of a image. This is interesting. Okay, finally, here we go. All right, so here is the image. All right, what is that thumbnail about? Oh, I thought I left my thirds button on. Alice playing poker. Alice in Wonderland. Conspiracy. Time in Rabbit Hole. Alice in Wonder film review. Alice in AI Wonderland. Okay. Yeah, it's Alice in Wonderland. I can see that. Game addiction. All right. So this is what we got. I don't know. Kind of looks like Kratos down there. Real small. I don't know what else this is about. I mean, it's clearly AI, but this says, Alice, where are you? If you looked really, really close, you'd be able to read that. Cookie recipes. All right, I don't know what this is about. Let's see what's going on here. Down the rabbit hole, a dark new metal wonderland. Oh, it's about music, right? A new metal anthem that blends haunting melodies. Okay, this does not give me music vibes. But let's just take a look. New metal song. Let's just see what happens here, because like all the beats, the type beat videos, they all have like a certain vibe to it. You could use like AI art, and that's cool. I just don't think it's going to benefit you very much as like something. Whoa, that's crazy. Let's type beat, because this is the kind of like, this is where you find original music. You can always show like studio, like how you recorded it. I guess depends. If you did it in like Reaper, Fruity Loops, Pro Tools, Cubase, whatever, showing that screen, like the UI, it always helps. Man, this searching this niche doesn't help you at all. Oh, okay. So the type beat just kind of features what it sounds like. Yeah, I would. If I were doing music again, I would probably feature something a little more personal to how I created the song. That said, I don't think that this is bad by any means. I just don't think that it gives any idea what the thing is. Like, it's music, so maybe there's a song, or maybe you put new metal in the thumbnail just a little bit. I'm just trying to think of like what would separate a piece of music content out from everything else. And the only thing that I would find personally interesting is seeing a little bit of behind the scenes, seeing how it was created. Any of those videos that pan over the timeline of your song as you made it, like Fruity Loops, beats, and stuff like that, those are always super interesting. Showing any of that stuff, yeah, I think it would help. Aside from that, obviously instruments or a band or even you at your studio with a song name under it could really help as well. So yeah, hopefully that helps you. This is just It's just difficult to know. It's tough to understand what that is about. All right. Dang it. This is gaming. Man, these streams, there's just so much dead air because things take so long to load now. It is insane. I could keep talking, but then I'll end up on a tangent and we won't get anything done. Okay, this one is kind of easy to understand, I think. Yeah, here we go. What do you guys think? What is this one about? Did somebody think this wasn't live? Epic Games. Fortnite dancing. Graphics tutorial Fortnite. Michael Jackson dancing game. Okay. The best PC settings for the game. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. It's like this versus this. So like what it looks like in performance mode versus ultra performance, I guess, with whatever this is. It looks like Intel blurred out. Yeah, I don't know if that's creating that much curiosity, you blurring that out. I think just the idea of this versus Intel would work, but you know, do you? I think you showing like a noticeable difference, because this almost looks like a cut in half image, but there's no difference in the quality of her, right? So that could be one way to go, but if that was the way that you would go, I would do half, like the same frame of the game, and then half of it you slightly adjust to be a little more blurry, just to give the idea of what the video is about, and then you can dive into the details in the video. So that's another option for you. Yeah, outside of that, I think that you kind of nailed it here. Let's see how that did. Almost 7,000 views, so that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Ultra performance mode. Okay, so Fortnite's new ultra performance mode put to the test. Oh, so it's not a versus thing. Performance mode versus ultra performance. The new performance mode. Benchmarking. Okay, so it is. All right. Yeah, I think you got the idea across. Okay, cool. I think it really depends on who's searching for that content. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't get it at first, but I think if somebody was searching for that stuff, they would immediately know what that's about. Okay, let's, oh man. Okay. This one's gonna be interesting. Will you answer a non-thumbnail question, please? Yeah. When we answer some questions. Maybe. Okay, what is this one as soon as it loads? Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. All right, what do we got? Uh-oh. Rations? I see rations. Experimenting MRE food. Yeah. Exotic MRE? French stuff. Eating MREs. Yeah. That's what's going on. 24 hours only eating MREs. Learning French. Okay, yeah, it's about MREs. Yeah, that's what we got. So for those that don't know, MRE is military ready to eat. I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. It's just like it's food rations for the military. But this is like the French version. So that's like a little bit of a taste test, I'd say. Oh, the flag is okay, now I understand. The flag is France. I didn't pick up on that. So if if you kind of showed the situation of you taste testing or you hold, yeah, dude, this right here is the thumbnail to me. Like that, like showing the package and then like equals and then bam, like that makes so much more sense to me of what is going on in this video. Yeah, I would honestly use an image like that. That is so crazy. As long as like you have the pack of MRE, like the MRE all packed together also on the thumbnail, like this. Yeah, dude, yeah, that would make a great thumbnail. I think you'd end up getting a better response from that. But all that said, you have 10 times outlier here, so it did pretty well. 13,000 views. I think honestly you probably got it because it's just an interesting concept. It really is. So if you were gonna A/B test something, you might want to try one of those spreads, like the meal prepper style thumbnail. Cool. All right, let's move back to gaming. Gaming again. We're going gaming again. Let's just pick a random one. Number 72. You know who you are. All right. If it's not Roblox, I'm out. Yeah, it's actually been a while since we've gotten one of those. This is not a gaming one. Nope. Avoiding it, sorry. Let's see what's next here. This one... It's a bummer, because when somebody doesn't follow the rules, then we have to wait for another one to load, and what a pain. What a pain. Goodness, I cannot believe how long it takes to load a freaking video. Okay, so here we go. You guys ready? All right, what's this one about? To be fair, the gaming one said not for gaming. I fixed that, I thought. This form is for gaming videos only. Yep, it's fixed. Yeah, that's fixed. Okay, Pokemon card giveaway. I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious. There's a Pokemon card, there's a giveaway, and there's a box. So, insane mystery box plus giveaway. All right, I didn't pick up on the mystery box part, but, oh, there's the, okay. There is a little question mark in there. All right, that's cool. I mean, you can do two things in one video, no problem. Yeah, I think you got the idea across. I don't think you could have made it more obvious, actually. Okay, yeah, I don't have much to say about that, except I would maybe focus on like one thing. Are you giving away Pokemon cards, or are you giving away a mystery box? Or I don't know. Maybe that is a little bit confusing, but yeah. This looks like you're unboxing stuff. Like you're unboxing the mystery box. So maybe focus on that. I probably would. Like I would show like a crazy card that you got, like the Pokemon unboxing niche does, and you could have a mystery box as the background, and then plus giveaway at the bottom right or something, bottom left, something like that. That would probably set the video ID up just a little more accurately. I know the tendency to focus on the giveaway to get more attention is there, but I wouldn't. I would definitely meet the expectation here, because when people watch and then they're watching a whole video about a mystery box, or yeah, you unboxing this thing, it might be a little annoying to some people. So yeah, I would definitely do that. All right, let's jump back to non-gaming. Yeah, that thumbnail did look good though. I really like the colors. Okay, here we go. So this one, you guys ready? Here we go. All right, what is it about? What is it about? Whoa. Channel death. Yeah, I'd say so. Quit YouTube. There's something specific about it. I'm just wondering if anybody... Okay, there we go. YouTube Shorts ruined channel. Shorts killed the channel. Okay, yeah, you guys got it. All right, so, yeah, the Shorts ruined the channel. The Shorts are in the trash bin. It's... The idea is there, but, I'm not so sure it's as compelling as you might want it to be. Like, obviously showing data works in this niche, especially if you're familiar with the YouTube tips niche. Like, showing a Shorts logo and that your views were chilling at, 200 per day or whatever, and then they dropped to 0 yesterday after you posted a little short. You know how you have the graph, and then at the bottom you can see when shorts are posted. That's probably what I would personally focus on, working at a YouTube tips channel myself. I have done videos, or I have done thumbnails like this. I made one about a gold play button that was in a trash can, or it was in front of a dumpster or something. And it's just like, I learned that being clever with the concepts never ends up working out more than just showing the value. And the value here is the actual experience you had, the data, right? If you had experience, because I don't know if you did, because this is like an AI guy thing, like a AI person. I don't know if this is just an AI video or whatever, but yeah, if you have data to show or something, that's always a good thing to roll with. But yeah, you can always try to be clever, and sometimes it might work out, but clarity over clever is what I have learned through many mistakes. All right, we are jumping back to gaming. 36. Okay. Oh, man. This is, like, embarrassing a little bit. Like, because it's just so slow, and towards the end of these streams, I start to gas out a little bit, so I'm just like, ugh. I wish my computer was faster. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Ah, okay. It took me a second, but yeah. All right, Fallout 4, Fallout 4, Fallout 4. No idea. Fallout 4. Fallout 4. Okay, yeah, we got Fallout 4 from this. Okay, first of all, you threw the logo in the bottom right, which is not where you want to put anything, because that's where the little time thing is on YouTube videos. When you look at them, you'll see it in the bottom right corner, how long the video is. That'll totally cover up the Fallout 4 thing. I didn't even see it because my camera was covering it right there. Like, the camera is right in front of it. But yeah, I didn't notice it was Fallout 4 for a second. Maybe more than 2 seconds. I didn't understand it. That said, the best Starlight drive-in ever might not be the most cool thing to write on a thumbnail. Like, why is that so crazy that I have to click? Like, why does that make me curious? You might want to reconsider what you type there. Outside of that, like, your drop shadow is too far away, and when it gets so far away that it becomes it starts to remove its contrast from the thing you're trying to add contrast to, you're losing the point of the drop shadow. I would like take it up to like right here, right on, like that's where you want it, right here. You're just like quadruple that away. That said, well, on top of that, I probably wouldn't add the bulge thing. I think you got. I can't remember the bevel. Personally, I don't like to do bevels a whole lot unless it's on like shapes. But when you add a bevel to something like that that's so small, it becomes another thing that kind of gets in the way of the information you're trying to convey. Think of like 4 or 5 words that you really want to get across, and make them bigger, right? So you might want to put them on one side or the other side. If you're on the left, then stick them on the right, like right around here, and then find a spot where the image can sit a little bit better. And you can toss the Fallout 4 thing up in the top left. Yeah, so this says the most unique Fallout 4 settlement build. If the Starlight drive-in thing is like the coolest thing about this video, then you just need to figure out a different way to pitch it, I think. Like, why is it cool? What's so cool about it? Also, when you look at something like this, then you know it's Fallout 4. Especially for people that are searching for Fallout 4, because all these like interface colors and items, and even the POV, I think that gets the idea across a little bit better too. Yeah, so I would just experiment. It looks like, okay, so here's a different version that you got. You man, I hate when it does that. I think when it can't handle opening another page, it just downloads the image. Okay, so your Fallout 4 logo's in a better place, but your image or your text here is way too small. It also doesn't add a whole lot of contrast on the blue, since the drop shadow is way too far away again. This one was your first version. Like, the drop shadow here is better, but if your text is that small, you want it to be like right up on it. But yeah, don't make your text that small. Definitely enlarge in that situation. Okay, let's move back to non-gaming. Then we're gonna do some questions. More questions. Cool. I'm just curious. Okay. All right, y'all ready for what this is about? Oh man. All right, here we go. When it loads. All right, guys, what is this thumbnail about? You ready? What do we got? What do we got? This is actually a good opportunity to bring up a question that got asked before. So we got Mr. Beast going to space. Mr. Beast, hi. Worst, best, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. So the video is about Mr. Beast. That's it. That's all you got. It's just about Mr. Beast. Nothing else. SpaceX. Okay. Something about Mr. Beast. Yeah. So I guess people don't know what this video is about then. I guess. All right, Mr. Beast in space, Mr. Beast poor to rich. All right, that makes sense to me. Let's break it down. Let's break it down while we're looking at it real quick. So, I need to move this away for a second. So, I'm seeing like some fast food related stuff, right? Maybe. All right, so he's torn. His shirt's torn. He's got fast food, and then he's in space. I have no idea, honestly, and this is weird because Mr. Beast thumbnails usually make sense without text or anything. They usually immediately make sense, but without a title or anything, this is a bad one for 2-second test because I don't get it. I don't understand what it's about. Like I am in a restaurant with a torn shirt, and it's kind of a crappy restaurant because that's torn too, and then I'm in space. So so let's see what the title is, all right, because Mr. Beast meal in space. If that's the case, where's the meal? Because I don't see it. Okay, I was thinking maybe food in different places, but there's no food in this, so I don't know what it is. All right, let's see here. The title is $1 versus $500,000 experiences. Oh, okay. I don't know. That doesn't really sound like, compared to what he's done before, that doesn't sound very fun or crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I personally think that it's kind of like it's going to get attention because it's Mr. Beast. All of you kept saying Mr. Beast, so it is what it is. I didn't... Why do we audit it? Because it got submitted. I swear. Look, somebody submitted it. I mean, I picked it. It was very recent, so that's just... It is what it is. So, yeah. Just saying, like, from a 2-second test, if I were to just... Did Mr. Beast submit? Probably not. I assume somebody else submitted it. Yeah, Mr. Beast is watching. Yeah, he's got all the time in the world to watch YouTube tips, I'm sure. Yeah, so for a 2-second test, I just don't think that this hits the mark. Like, if I was just looking at pictures, I don't understand what this video is about. Which is weird, because, like, it's Mr. Beast, you know? Like, you would think top-tier thumbnails. But as the concept, I'm not so sure. Curiosity? Okay, sure. Catches the eye? Yeah, always. But the concept, I just didn't understand it. And I think it's because I overestimated how good the video idea would be. I don't think it's very good. Not compared to his other ideas, which can be like just drawn on a napkin, where it's like I did this, and this is what the video looks like. I'm gonna draw it on a napkin. Like hotels. $1 versus $1 million hotels. You got a crappy hotel, you got a $1 million one. But this one is just experiences. It's just too vague to be able to convey through a thumbnail, and that's why I think it could be better. And one way to make it better, I guess, you know what? I think if you made a video about $1 food versus $1 million food, I guess that would make sense, and just put a plate of food here. Then that's an idea that you could draw out pretty easy. But experiences, I don't know. I think that this one would probably need text to understand it a little bit better. Okay, would be fair to do a second one for non-gaming? No. All right, let's do some questions. I'm not about to ruin the vibe here. Since I started with gaming. Question, I am doing a Minecraft series with a rather large creator. Would it be in bad taste to mimic his thumbnail style? No, I would ask him, though. I think if you're going to feature him in the thumbnail, you might want to ask if it's okay to do that kind of thing. Recently, I saw a channel do this, and he was hanging out with Curtis Connor. I think it was this comedian. I can't remember his name. But the thumbnail style was kind of in the style of Curtis Connor a little bit, I think. And it made sense. You click because you see a face you recognize. It's in their style, and it works. But all that said, you could also put his face in there and not do it in his style or her style. And I think it would still get the attention that it deserved. So that's up to you. If it makes it easier, sure, but definitely ask them first. Okay, next question. Is making a thumbnail that gets more understood from the title good, or is making the thumbnail understandable from no title better? Yeah, so that was the point I was trying to make. If you can make a thumbnail that is understood immediately by vision with no words whatsoever, that's great. Okay, if you have to add a couple words to increase curiosity or whatever in your thumbnail, that's fine. So don't divert from that. But the combination of the thumbnail and title, that is the packaging that you want to perfect. So if you rely on the title like Mr. Beast did there, it's okay. I just think it's more effective to get the idea across in an image first. And there's this book that I have. 1 second. There's this book that I have called The Back of the Napkin, and the whole thing is about making it easy to get your ideas across by just being able to draw them on the back of a napkin. And I was reading Adam Savage's book, Every Tool is a Hammer, and he said the same thing. If he can get his ideas across in a drawing, he knows they're a good idea. But if he can't, he goes on to the next idea. I'm paraphrasing, but that is sort of the main concept of the back of the napkin. So if you can draw out your idea without saying a word, it's probably a good idea. It'll make sense to people. So that's why I say it's better to do without the title. But you know, sometimes you need that combination, like Beastie there. Okay, sorry, that was a long explanation, but that was a good question. I'm gonna include that in the video. At what point does getting inspired by a thumbnail turn into copying? Tough question. Let me say I personally think that there is a line that shouldn't be crossed. I don't know how to answer that question. I just know it when I see it. I've seen some really bad examples, annoying examples, some things that I personally would never do. It's just, I don't know. It's tough because when you see a business, if you start to do well for yourself on your channel, you're gonna see people take your exact idea and just like superimpose their face on it. And that's kind of the crux of this business. I think that composition or ideas are easy to take, but when you start copying colors, well, colors are fine. When you start copying like words, for instance, or concepts perfectly, I know of some examples, but I can't like just bring them up right now. Yeah, if you copy somebody's example, their composition, and some words exactly, I think that's gone too far. Some people will accuse you of copying certain things, like colors, for instance. They might say, "Oh, you stole my color," but it's like, no, I didn't. Like, I just took the idea and did it. Like, it's tough. You're gonna be accused of it a lot, but I think that's just one of those things, you know it when you see it. It's yeah. Sorry, that's not a question that can really be answered without examples, but I can't bring them up right now. Could a black and white thumbnail work since they're uncommon and would stand out? Yeah, they do on occasion. And you know, I thought this for a while, but then I made a couple more and they didn't perform. So it's kind of a mixed bag, you know, it's a risk. I think when I see like an all white thumbnail with like a little bit of something in the middle of it and it has so much negative space, it does catch my eye immediately. So I assume that it happens to other people too. But then I make a thumbnail like that and it doesn't get a good click-through ratio. So I don't know. You just got to test. I would think so, but I've seen the data and it doesn't work like it works on me. And that's why getting outside perspective is so important. With your release of AI thumbnails, do you think it's a little messed up for those who draw / Photoshop their thumbnails? Your release of AI, I don't personally release any AI thumbnails. I use AI to help like fill spots in Photoshop and stuff like that. If you're talking about the vidIQ tool, I have nothing to do with that. So I don't think it's if if somebody releases like a full like AI image or something like that as a thumbnail, I personally am not a fan of it. I don't love that so much. I haven't messed much with your, as in vidIQ, the tool there, but yeah, that's just like, I don't know. I have personal opinions that I like to see, and that's just not something. Hold on, I'm trying to go back here. I don't think it takes anything away from somebody who draws or photoshops their thumbnail. I think that personally, I'm just saying, this is John Scott's opinion. I think anybody who gets good at designing their own thumbnail and drawing it is always going to have the advantage over somebody that can just generate it through GPT or whatever tool. That's just my opinion. I just think that there's so much more you can customize if you learn the skill. But I think that AI tools are super helpful for people that need to get their ideas out, and they don't have all the time in the world to dedicate to learning Photoshop and this and that. You know, everybody deserves to be able to get their voice out, and any tool that helps that, I'm behind. Okay, how much text is too much in a thumbnail? I'd say anything over like 5-6 words. Yeah. Some thumbnails are all text, but you know, people will only read about 5 words before they get bored. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Is my car flipping? Oh wait, aren't you the dude that just said, I don't know why my questions are always ignored? I'm pretty sure I'm reading that there. Hopefully this will change your opinion of that. Is my car flipping videos, in my car flipping videos, should I show profit in the thumbnail or hide that until the end of the video? I think definitely show it. I mean, people want, if I were going to watch a car flipping video, it's probably because I am a car flipper. And if I see a high number, I'm going to wonder what that dude did to get that kind of profit. So that's a huge curiosity hook right there. So yeah, I would try it with, at least for a couple videos. I think you'll nail it there. Spoke too soon, Josh. Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. How do you balance grabbing attention with setting the proper expectation for the video? How do you... Sometimes people ask such an abstract question that I don't think that there's an answer to it. I just think that practice is the only answer. Like, you keep doing it. You observe what works in your space, observe what works outside of it. Just kind of take in all perspectives that you can, and see how they do it, and then kind of form your own ideas. There's this one guy. This might help a lot of you. His name is Harry Dry. That's Harry, and then Dry, like DRY. Okay, and there's a video. Just search him. It'll be the first video. He's like very quiet on social media, but he specializes in copywriting, and really that's just like he aims to improve marketing in like the quickest, easiest, like eye-catching ways possible. This is like how to improve your copywriting. And by the way, this is copywriting with a W in there. So it's more marketing. It's not about like branding. So yeah, just look up Harry Dry, and there's one podcast. Watch it. Seriously, that one episode like changed my whole perspective on things. And so I signed up for his newsletter. It's marketingexamples.com, I'm pretty sure. And the dude knows his stuff. He's awesome. He's the second Rory. Okay. So yeah, anyway, the examples that he has shows how a lot of people balance that. They catch the eye and they convey the idea at the same time. And I think observing marketing examples like that really helps too. Sorry, I really wanted to get that piece of value out there. I do treasure hunting videos. Do I include the items I find in the thumbnails? Yeah, I think if like where you find them is super important. Like let's think of Reddit's safe posts, right? I found a hidden safe in my wall. Actually, no, that people go crazy over that because the safe isn't open, right? They want to know what's in the safe. So they want to know what you found in the video. So if you're showing an item that contains the treasures, then no. But if you found them like on the ocean floor or something like that, then I would say at least showing like a part of it. Like if you if you see a bunch of gold in the background and it's kind of blurry, but you're holding up one coin, the viewer can assume you found a crap load of gold, right? So that's just one of those things. Like, I don't know, man. Psychology's crazy, but yeah, I would definitely try it by showing it for sure. And then if you have like a safe or a treasure chest or something like that, don't, and see what happens. Yeah. Question oh yeah, sorry. Faster PC Fun, thanks for helping. Thank you. I have submitted a request in the job, so it's just gonna take a little bit of time, but really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll stop working on this potato of a laptop. All right, that is it. That is the end of the stream. Yeah. Curiosity over color, bros yapping. Okay, I'm out. See you guys. Subscribe.